Hi folks, welcome to Adolescent Psychology. This is a Spring 2 course, so we're starting a few weeks later than the rest of the semester, my other classes. So I just wanted to give you a rundown of the syllabus and some brief things on Campus Cruiser. So here you see I've got Campus Cruiser up. Mine is in student mode, so this is what your website should look like. And bear with me, I'm still adding bits and pieces here and probably will throughout the semester. But note that this is the welcome page. If yours looks like this, all you need to do is click on the Member Welcome tab, and you should get some bonus things I'm putting here. So let me quickly go through this. This is my work email right here. That is the quickest way to get a hold of me. That email goes directly to my cell phone. So if you need something, if you need a quick turnaround on an answer, that's the quickest way. Otherwise, you can email me on my Campus Cruiser, my Middlesex email. I check that at least once a day. Tutorials, here you'll find, I have one posted so far. That's an example of one of your assignments. The message board, you'll have access here. And here's where your class frequently asked question page is. I've loaded some questions that I've gotten in the past just to kind of start you off. These might be some of the questions that you have when you start doing your assignments. So note that if someone asks a good question that I think other people might be interested in, I'll throw it up here on the FAQ page. So check that first before you send me an email with questions because it might already be answered. Just a few things I want to go through before we get into the syllabus. Over here on the left-hand side, I want to show you some things that I use frequently. I will post announcements. I always post them and send them to your email. So make sure your email has space because from what I understand, the student accounts here at Middlesex only have a limited capacity. So always make sure that you have enough room, that your mailbox isn't full, because then you won't get anything from me. The other thing I use pretty frequently, again, email. I use the message board a lot. And on the message board, you will see I have this posted here. If you click on message board post, this is your message board assignments, which we'll go through in the syllabus. I just wanted to show you where they were. The first assignment that you have is writing an essay response to this question. And you'll hit reply. You'll write your reply in there and then post that to the message board. So all your posts are already up. The other thing I use a lot is shared files. If you click on that, your assignments, your midterm, and your final, I'll put up information in here. PowerPoints, I'll add. Sometimes I'll add them with audio, so check those out if you're interested in hearing my shenanigans and what I have to talk about. The syllabus, you can click on that tab, and it's already uploaded here. There's a document. You can click on that and download. Assignments, it should come up with all the assignments with the due dates. And so the message boards, you'll just reply to the message board. The quizzes, I will send you a link. I started using Google Forms as a way to give online quizzes. So I'll send you the link for those. Midterm and your final presentation proposal, you'll click on the link and submit your assignment. There's an option here, and that's where you'll upload those things. A couple other things I use, grades, I try and update them immediately after I grade your assignment. So if you ever have a question on a grade or why is it this or why is it that, feel free to send me an email and we'll get it straightened out pretty quickly. All right, so the syllabus. I have it uploaded in Google Docs here, but you can download it from the website. Course information, again, this is a Spring 2 course, so you're actually learning 15 weeks of information in 12 weeks. So you're going to have to work just slightly harder than my other classes just to get all the information in and done with. Again, both of my emails are here, so feel free to use any of them. Course goals and objectives. Read through those. Those are the things you're supposed to be learning about this semester. The textbook. I feel very strongly that you do not need to buy a new textbook. The bookstore, I believe, at Middlesex says that you are required to buy this textbook with something called My Psych Lab. It's actually a learning supplement which gives you access to this online resource where there are videos and some professors use the essay, it's called Writing Space, where you submit essays and it automatically grades them. It has actually a lot of really interesting tools, but I don't require it. You can purchase it if you want. It can be pretty pricey, so if you're not super into it, you don't have to buy it. And you can get the last edition of the book, but you don't have to get the 5th edition. You could get the 4th edition. So sometimes you can find that on Amazon or Chegg.com. You're welcome to rent textbooks or do whatever you need to do. But you do need to get a textbook, and you need to read it this semester and use it for your assignments. All right, so here's a nice big list of all your assignments with their due dates. Over here in the right-hand column, you'll see all the point values. Each message board post is worth 5 points. Then you will respond to 2 of your classmates by this due date, and your response will give you 5 points. But it has to be meaningful. I don't give full credit for, oh, this is so nice, you did such a good job posts. You have to really critically think to get the full 5 points. Quizzes, again, I'm using Google Forms, so I will send that link via email to you all probably about a week before the quiz, and you'll just fill it out. It's almost like a survey, and once you submit that to me, I will grade it. If you turn in assignments late, I do accept them, but for reduced credit. Just keep that in mind. I think it's more important that you actually get the assignments done if you have other things going on in your life. I can be a little lenient with that. Just send me an email and let me know what's going on. Midterm, presentation, proposal, and final exam. I grade by points. So sometimes on Campus Cruiser, I'll put in the point value, but the way Campus Cruiser works is a little different than my grading system. So if you're like, hey, I got a 5 out of 5, but it says that I have 50% as my grade, why am I failing? Just do the math on your own. Add up the total points possible. Divide the points that you've earned divided by the total points possible, and that's your grade. And you can see the percentage here and what that corresponds to. If you have questions about that, let me know. But the percentage on Campus Cruiser isn't always accurate. I get a lot of questions about that. Class schedule. These are the chapters you should be reading. And over here in the right-hand column, it's when things are due. So the first few weeks are a little bit heavy for you guys, but that's because it's a shortened class. But as we go along, it should spread out a little bit for you. Okay, attendance. I don't record attendance because there's not really a way to. You just submit your assignments. Just note that you should be checking in every day or at least a few days each week and doing stuff. Online courses can be really tough for students that say, oh, I'll just do it later. Oh, I'll just do it later. Oh, I'll just do it later. It's really easy because you don't have to go to class and someone's not holding you accountable and saying, okay, message board post is due next week. You have to be really organized and disciplined with yourself and make sure you're getting the work done. That can be tough. So these are the online discussion is the message board posts. I think all of the message board posts are due by Friday night, if I have my dates right. They're due by midnight. And then the reply, I think for all of them, is the next week. I'm just double checking up here. Yep, so week 1, you post your own, and then the following week, you post your response to 2 of your classmates' posts, number 1. Quizzes. There will be 2 quizzes, 10 points each. Not too bad. The midterm, you're going to interview someone about their parenting style. So you have to find someone in your life that you can interview that is not your parents. I'll post another video giving you a little bit more details on the midterm, but just note that you should be trying to find someone to interview. If you can't find someone, let me know sooner rather than later. I can hook you up with one of my colleagues or someone that I know that might be a good fit for you. Presentation proposal. And final presentation. So just be aware that your final presentation, you are going to have to record yourself doing a presentation. The recording has to include at least your face for a little bit of it, so I can verify that it's actually you doing the presentation and taking this course. That's part of how I check that. And it also needs to include the screen and a PowerPoint. So the video should be 5 to 10 minutes, and you're going to post your video to the message board by the due date. I will add more information about that when we get closer to it, but I just want to give you a heads up that you actually do have to record yourself, and it's my bias that there's really not an excuse. For the most part, we all have cell phones with video cameras on them, so at the very least, you could use that, or a laptop with a camera built into it, or you can borrow someone else's. If you don't have one, someone you know does. So start thinking ahead for that. The final presentation proposal, this is just a template. It's in the shared files already. You can look at that. It's just a one-page document to get you thinking about what you want to present on. It's a little bit tricky at first, but it's actually, I feel, a little bit freeing because I ask you to pick a topic from throughout the semester and then dig a little deeper into it, and pick something that you want to research and do a presentation on. I don't hand out topics for the final presentation. You get to choose a theory or something that you really were interested in from the textbook and research it a little bit further. So I think that's all you need to know. I'm very open to emails. You can send me them anytime. I don't have any classes on campus this semester, so I'm happy to FaceTime if we really need to get into a discussion about any of the assignments. So other than that, I look forward to working with you all this semester, and good luck.